AHA started at Holy Angels in about 2009, and we were working with the Top 20 program at that time. And it has the premise of making things better. Are you somebody, are you the 20% of the population who operates above the line, or are you the 80% that wants to go below the line? We ask kids to be top 20 in their actions, deeds, and words.
It's funny how the thought of that can make something.
It's like 4 different parts, and communicating you matter, being part of the solution, to honor the absent, and to help each other and ourselves succeed. Here at Holy Angels, I'm a part of a club that's Students Assisting Students, and it's a club where if another student is having a bad day, whether they be one of my friends or somebody that I don't really know, they're able to go to the nurse and ask to talk to me. And through that program, I feel like I've grown a lot with the school, because I've had freshmen that I barely know SAS me, and I've had some of my best friends SAS me. I feel like that kind of program helps ingrain the idea that you matter at this school, and somebody's always going to be there to help you.
I think students really do care for each other and about each other. I see that in how they laugh with each other, they talk with each other, help each other in the commons before, after school with homework. I see it out on the field in terms of how they interact with each other as teammates. I think our staff has really taken it to heart in how they interact with students and how they live that out on a daily basis.
The culture in the school is based on helping others, helping each other achieve. Academy of Holy Angels is a college preparatory school, and kids come here to learn, and it is a rigorous environment. So when you help others and yourself succeed as a student, you're helping one another learn in an environment that is conducive to rigorous learning. And that permeates the environment in the way that you matter, or you're part of the solution, or you're honoring the absent. Everybody helps everybody be better.
I'm proud to be part of this institution and part of this program. It makes us unique. I don't think it's something that other schools can't achieve, but I'm glad that we were willing to take that risk and that we are able to live that out and be a role model for some other schools.
By coming to Academy of Holy Angels, the environment is different because we are Catholic. I think we have a lot of people in society that know about Jesus, but maybe don't know him in an intimate and personal way. And I think having theology and a Catholic school enables us to really speak to those relationships and to give the students the space and the opportunity to encounter Christ every day and to incorporate that into their lives, whether it be through prayer or learning the academics about the faith. I think it gives them that opportunity to take ownership of that faith and to figure out how they can live that in the world today. I guess my philosophy is that I want my students to know that I know them and that I care about them, and when they walk into my classroom that they're loved. And I think that's the foundation for all of theology. And once we have that, we can dig in a little bit deeper and have a safe place to ask those questions, to push back and say, I'm not sure if I believe this, or why does the church teach this? And have that environment set up in a classroom so students are comfortable doing that, and that creates a really great learning environment for talking about these things that are deeply personal, especially in the teenage years with so many differing places of development. It creates that space to have those conversations. I think it's really exciting to accept students wherever they are in their journey and to walk that journey with them. And I find it really fulfilling at the end of the day when a student makes a new discovery or is excited about an aspect of faith that they didn't know before, or a student says, thank you for helping me find God.
Live here on the Catholic Sports Network, boys basketball from Academy of Holy Angels in Bloomington. We've got the Stars taking on the visiting Bears from Blake. Get to the starting lineups in just a second. Holy Angels in the home blues and old gold. And Blake in the visiting whites with green numbers. That's the tip-off. We'll reset and do it again. Now officially the Bears control the tip-off. The Mazurek in the far corner. Now here's Wiggins with it. Kicks it out, looking up top. It's Gerstner. Gerstner will bring it inside. Nice feed underneath for the lay-in. Jack Foley scoring the first 2 points of the night. And quickly a turnover on the long pass attempt by the Bears. So 2-0 Holy Angels in the early going, and they get the turnover. Great start. Driving in, the floater won't go from Gerstner, and a rebound by the Bears. Gabe Gans, the freshman guard. Gans setting up the offense. Now Gans sees the kick out, drives it in. Quick layup too long. Blake the Stars the rebound. Here they come the other way. Setting up the long three, and it rims in and out. Long shot, no good from Ryan Mazurek. They're setting up the offense in the backcourt. Mason Wolf. Another Robert Grace the fourth, I apologize. There's Lou with it. Bounce pass inside, drive inside, and an offensive foul. Eli Kilpatrick guilty of getting a little bit too physical down low. The Stars setting up the offense. There's a long three again. This one too long, and a rebound out to the Bears. Here they come quickly up court with Grace. Grace will kick it back out. Now Grace looking inside. Bounced off the foot of one of the Stars players. Will keep it down at this end. 2-0 Stars with the lead. 16-18 remaining in the first half. Off the inbound. Pass inside too long, and it'll be a turnover. The second one already for the Bears. Now two turnovers already for the Bears, none yet for the Stars. Making the long three again and bouncing out no good. Out of bounds will go over to the Bears. David Bix with the inbound to Robert Grace. Right, nice bounce pass inside, but the layup won't go. Rebound, AHA. Stars quickly up court. If Jacob Worley is fouled on the drive. Gabe Gans called for the foul. That's his first team foul. Stars inbounding. It's O'Rourke. No, Max Gerstner. Gerstner backs it out. Looks to drive it in. Have it poked away. Back over to O'Rourke. O'Rourke looking to drive it in. He'll lose it. Nice job, though. Nice hustle to momentarily keep possession. And a great job is Mazurek bounces it off of number 21, David Bix. So that'll keep it Stars basketball. Now here's O'Rourke looking to lay it up. He's fouled as he goes up. Bix getting called for the whack. Shooting foul. O'Rourke will go to the line for 2. Second team foul. O'Rourke's first free throw is too strong. Second one goes, 3-0 now. The Stars leading with 15:07 left in the first half. As that pass is too strong from Grace to Jasper Liu, and it'll be the third turnover for the Bears in the early going. Pass inside, short look, gets the roll. Jack Foley getting the bucket to the kind iron, as that layup is no good from Robert Grace. Stars quickly back the other way. Long cross-court pass. Drive inside. Again, Foley getting it to go on the layup, and now 5-0. Stars leading the Bears. Timeout taken. Timeout taken by the Bears. They trail 7-0. Foley with 4 quick points. Announcement from the score table. There was an issue with the fouls. That first offensive foul was miscredited. It was Eli Kilpatrick from Blake who committed it, but they incorrectly gave it to the number 30 of Holy Angels. So come out of the timeout. 7-0 Stars with the lead. Blake inbounding. Some good pressure at half-court defense being played by the Stars on that sequence. Here's Grace. Grace at the top. Nice defense. Layup underneath gets in, and Blake is on the board. Alex Martha in the game, having just checked in, gets the 2 quick points. Strong move to the basket, and that'll be a foul on the Bears once again. Maturek with the drive.
Fouls on number 21, that's his second,
David Bix will pick up his second already. And he might be checking out momentarily. First free throw, no good. Indeed, Bix does check out as Jasper Liu checks back in. Zurich's second free throw is good. And it is 8-2. The Stars with the lead with 13:57 left in the first half. 4 team fouls already against the Bears, who won big in their season opener against South St. Paul. Pass inside, able to pick it up off the deck and then kick it back out. It's Martha. Martha kicks it back out to Jasper Liu. Grace setting up the offense once again. Great defense being played by the Stars in the early going. The long 3 attempt is good. It's Gabe Gans hits the 3. That'll make it 8-5. The Stars leading. 13-12 left in the first half. Stars quickly back, setting up the offense. There's O'Rourke. And we'll have a travel taken before the shot attempt. It's Gerstner, and that'll be the first turnover of the game for the AHA Stars. Quick drive into the front court by Grace. Kick it out to Lou. No, Lou will be fouled by Jacob Worley. First foul by the Stars in the game. First team foul. It's off the inbound. Here's Martha. Martha will give it back to Grace. Grace looking to drive it inside. Now he'll kick it out. Then it'll be taken away by Gerstner. Gerstner intercepting that bounce pass. Kick it out to Worley for three, and it's in and out. The offensive rebound struggle will have a jump ball. But the possession arrow favoring Blake, so they'll take possession. Good battle for that rebound, causing the tie-up, and the Bears take it. 12:27 left in the first half. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Catholic Sports Network. Happy to bring you boys basketball and hockey all season long. Long three is well short, and here come the Bears, the Stars the other way. But that other long pass is intercepted as well, and the Bears will take possession right back. 2 turnovers now for the Stars, 3 for the Bears. It's Lou. Back to Grace. Grace will drive it inside. The floater on the layup is no good, and the Stars come out with the rebound. But that pass is intercepted. Here's Grace. He'll size up the three, and he's got it. Robert Grace for 3, and we're tied at 8. Robert Grace hitting that corner, hitting that nice 3, and we are tied at 8, and we'll have a foul at the other end. Alex Martha, his first foul for the Bears, and now up to 5 already. We'll have some substitution for the Stars. Keontae Shorter will step in to take the inbound. He gets it to Mazurek. Shorter will back it out. Maturek trying to drive it inside. He attempts to kick it out, but it's turned over. Here's Lou. There's Daniel Lesov just in the game. Back to Gabe Gans, who hit a 3 earlier. Drive inside by Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick with the layup, no good. And the Stars come out with the rebound the other way. Mason Wolf and Peter Foley in the backcourt right now. Here's Shorter with the drive. Nice feed on the layup to Thor Holian. And the Stars retake the lead at 10-8. 10:30 left to play in the first half. Bounce pass inside. We'll have to kick it back out for the 3. It's no good off of Gans. And Shorter kicks it back into the front court. Here's Foley with it. Foley gets it back. 3 attempted and a little bit too strong by Mazurek. Bears will take over out of bounds. And 10-8. Stars with the lead. Blake already with 5 fouls, but they've gained their footing a little bit more with each passing minute of this first half. We'll have a foul on Shorter. That'll be the first on him, the second on the Stars. Jasper Lou checks back in for the Blake Bears. Here's Grace. Grace has it taken away nicely. Mason Wolf with the steal. Wolf was trying to set something up. Now he kicks it out to Peter Foley, and there's a foul on the drive.
Fouls on the Bears, number 13, 1-3, Daniel Lesov. That's his first.
Daniel Lesov with the foul. That's his first. And the Stars will already be in the bonus on the next foul with 9:35 remaining in the first half. Rising up the three, now driving it inside and going for the layup, no good. This is Mazurek, and will have a offensive foul. Dorholian with the offensive foul. Their third team foul. Jack Foley checks back in for the Stars. Yes, Jasper Liu quickly brings it up court for the Bears. He'll take the long three, and he's got it. And Jasper Liu hits the three, and the Bears lead for the first time at 11-10. They have scored 11, gone on an 11-3 run after they fell behind 7-0. Shorter at the top of the key, driving in. Nice underhand look, but can't get it to go as it's off the side of the rim. Bears quickly bring it back up court with Grace. We'll have a foul called against the Stars.
Fouls on the Stars, number 3, Mason Wolf. That's his first.
Mason Wolf, his first foul. No, fourth team foul. The Bears inbound. Here's Grace. Grace setting it up. Here's Liu with the open three, and that's in and out. Rebound comes out to the Stars. And Connor O'Rourke. The ball bounces out as a three for their own by Gerstner, and he's got it. And the Stars back in front, 13-11. That long pass. Some contact. I think that happened after the out-of-bounds play. Gabe Gans checking back in for the Bears. So 8:10 left in the first half. 13-11. Stars leading the Blake Bears. Drive inside, taken away, but then bounced on the end line, and the Stars will get it back on the turnover. Bears force the turnover, but then they turn it right back over. Maturek with a three, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound Blake, but a foul on the rebound. Connor O'Rourke, his first foul. Now 5 team fouls against the Stars. It was 6-1 for a little while in terms of fouls. Now it's 6-5. Nice bounce pass setting that up, and Eli Kilpatrick off the bank, and we're tied up at 13. Trying to set up the corner three possibly, and the pass is too high out of bounds, and the Bears take over. Dorholian checking back in. I've seen a few turnovers so far. Blake got off to the really hot, AHA got off to the really hot start, but Blake has settled in. He scored put together a 13-6 run since they fell behind 7-0, and that's how we are at 13-all. It's Gans, and now he'll be fouled.
Fouls on the Stars, number 10, Max Gerstner. That's his first team 6.
Max Gerstner called for the foul. That's his first foul. Now all even at 6 fouls apiece. One more foul either way will put the offended team into the bonus with 6:55 left to go in the first half. There's a Gans for 3, and it's short. Rebound Stars. And to set up Wolf. Wolf has it taken away, though. There's Lou. Lou bounces it back out. Nice defense by the Stars. Grace looking for something inside. Now he sends it back around the perimeter. Grace backs it out. Gives it to Lou. Lou has it poked away, and here come the Stars the other way. They're trying to save it. He throws it back to Lou. Lou sets up Gans with the layup, and it goes. And the Bears are back in front, 15-13, 5:57 left to go in the first half. Timeout taken by the Stars. That's a 30-second timeout. With 5:57 to go in the first half, 15-13, Blake now with the lead. Fouls even at 6 apiece. Once again, I want to thank you all for joining us on the Catholic Sports Network tonight for boys basketball. We'll be having boys hockey throughout the season in addition to some basketball. Coming out of the timeout comes Connor O'Rourke. So look at the 3 with Wolf. He'll back it out, though. Pass inside. Foley has it poked away, and the Bears take over on the turnover. It's Grace looking to go with the misdirection inside, and he'll be fouled. Send Grace to the line for a 1-and-1. Connor O'Rourke's second foul. Bears now in the bonus, a 1-and-1. Upcoming from Robert Grace. First one gets the friendly bounce and goes down. Grace's second is good. 17-13, Blake with the lead. 5:28 to go in the first half. Setting up that inside lay-on attempt for Tommy Shelstad, but he can't get it to go, and the Bears with the rebound. Somehow Grace able to maintain possession. He had that one poked away, and now we'll have a foul called on Jacob Worley. That'll be his second, and Grace will head back to the line for another 1-and-1. Grace, who just made 2 free throws a moment ago. Now he'll go to the line for at least one more. First one is good. He gets a second as well, so Grace now with 7 points. And Blake now up by 6 with 5:11 left to go in the first half. Mason Wolf brings it into the front court for the Stars. Wolf to Holian, now back to Gerstner. Gerstner will look to drive it inside. He'll try to set something up underneath, but that'll go off of a Stars player out of bounds, and the Bears will take possession on the turnover. That one sneaks through to Gabe Gans. Jasper Liu. Liu will look to set something up inside, and there's a nice takeaway by Thor Holian. Holian on the drive, traveled. Did the nice spin move, but took one too many steps, and Stars turn it over. Bears take possession back. Now up by 6. Their largest lead of the night. They've kept adding to it. On the drive is no good from Gans, and the Stars quickly bring it back the other way. It's Shellstad will have a foul, offensive foul called against the Stars. Well, the Bears, who fell behind 7-0, have pretty much dominated play ever since then. We're now about to go under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Bears leading at 19-13. There's Liu on the drive. He puts it up, and he can't get it to go off the back iron. Rebound comes out to Wolf. Wolf trying to go coast to coast. Now we'll kick it back out to Shellstad. Nice ball movement on this sequence. The 2 goes up and down. It's Gerstner. They're going to wave it off. Offensive foul against Holian will erase the basket. I want to apologize. The basket will count. The foul still goes on Holian after the play as Eli Kilpatrick misses the 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul. I don't think I've ever seen that. The foul goes after the basket was made. Oh, it's 19-15. Gerstner gets the basket. Daniel Lessoff called for the foul. Connor O'Rourke now to the line for a 1-and-1. That's the 7th team foul against the Bears. And he's got the first one. So I apologize for my confusion. I don't think I've ever seen that before, that the basket counted and then a foul happened immediately after the basket before the ball could be inbounded again. There's a nice attempt to take it away by Matt Banovets. O'Rourke hit both free throws a moment ago. We're now 19-17 with 3:23 left in the first half. Once again, thank you for joining us on the Catholic Sports Network tonight. Blake taking on Holy Angels live from Richfield. The pass inside taken away by the Stars. Here they come the other way. Here's Foley. Foley will slow it down. He'll Give it into O'Rourke. O'Rourke puts it up. No good. Off the front iron. Rebound Blake. And the Bears coming back the other direction. They'll slow it down. They'll look to set up. Robert Grace with 7 points back in the game for the Bears. Grace will drive it inside. Now will kick it out to Lou. Lou for three, and that is off the iron. No good. The offensive rebound kicks back out to Lou. He puts that one up. Call a double dribble prior to the shot. No basket. Some impressive moves put on by Jasper Lou. Unfortunately, he gave himself a little too much help. And that'll be a turnover. Stars take over. 2:30 remaining now in the first half. 19-17. The Blake Bears leading the Academy of Holy Angels Stars. That layup attempt is a little bit too short from Mazurek, and the Bears have the rebound. Gans over to David Bix, playing with 2 fouls. Drive inside by Grace. He gets it off the glass. 9 points for Robert Grace, 21-17. The Blake Bears with the lead. It's Jacob Worley over to Benovitz. 3 attempt is off the back iron by Mazurek, no good. We have another 3 from Worley. That one's too long, and the Bears come out with the rebound this time. Bears on the fast break. Grace in, good. Robert Grace with his 11th point of the game. Now the Stars trying to move it quickly the other way. They'll back it out. 1:15 remaining in the first half. Here's Benovitz for 3, and he got it. Matt Benovitz with a 3-pointer. Oh, Benovitz getting the 3, and that'll draw the Stars to within 3 at 23-20. Seen both teams starting to push the tempo a little bit more. There's Gabe Gans off the inbound, bringing it into the front court. Gans looking to drive it. Now he'll kick it back out to Lou. Back to Gans. Here's Grace, the leading scorer in the game. He'll bring it inside. He puts it up. He's fouled on the drive. Peter Foley called for the foul. Robert Grace will have 2 shots at the line on the shooting foul. 55.1 remaining in the first half. Grace gets another one. He's now 5 for 5 on free throws. 12 points. Grace gets the next one down as well, so 6 for 6 on free throws, 12 points in the game for Robert Grace. 25-20, Blake with the lead as we go under 46 seconds left in the first half. We'll try again with Benovitz. This time it's too strong off the back iron. 40 seconds remaining. Grace bringing it into the front court. We'll bounce it out. Nice block on the shot attempt. Jacob Worley with the flying in for that block. Bears maintain possession. Kick it out to Gans in the backcourt. Gans will look to drive. Now over to Grace, 22 seconds. Gans slowed down. Now he's... Good work by Gans as he hesitated and then continued his drive. Peter Foley picks up his second foul of the game. Gans will shoot. And he misses the first one. Blake now 6 of 8 in free throws in the first half. One more for Gans with 18.7 left in the first half. He gets this one, and that makes it 26-20 with 18.7 remaining. As O'Rourke's, the Stars look to set up the last shot. O'Rourke drives in and gets it to go. Now 3 seconds remaining. Shot at the buzzer off the back, no good. So the Stars got off to a great start here on their home floor, but the Bears rallied and they will go into the halftime locker room with the lead, 26-22, led by 12 points from Robert Grace IV. We're going to take a timeout and we'll be back with the start of the second half. You are watching the Catholic Sports Network boys basketball coverage.
AHA Way started at Holy Angels in about 2009, and we were working with the Top 20 program at that time. And it has the premise of making things better. Are you somebody, are you the 20% of the population who operates above the line, or are you the 80% that wants to go below the line? We ask kids to be top 20 in their actions, deeds, and words.
It's funny how the thought of that can make some.
It's like 4 different parts, and communicating you matter, being part of the solution, to honor the absent, and to help each other and ourselves succeed. Here at Holy Angels, I'm a part of a club that's Students Assisting Students, and it's a club where if another student is having a bad day, whether they be one of my friends or somebody that I don't really know, they're able to go to the nurse and ask to talk to me. And through that program, I feel like I've grown a lot with the school because I've had freshmen that I barely know SAS me, and I've had some of my best friends SAS me. I feel like that kind of program helps ingrain the idea that you matter at this school and somebody's always going to be there to help you.
I think students really do care for each other and about each other. I see that in how they laugh with each other, they talk with each other, help each other in the commons before, after school with homework. I see it out on the field in terms of how they interact with each other as teammates. I think our staff has really taken it to heart in how they interact with students and how they live that out on a daily basis.
The culture in the school is based on helping others, helping each other achieve. Academy of Holy Angels is a college preparatory school, and kids come here to learn, and it is a rigorous environment. So when you help others and yourself succeed as a student, you're helping one another learn in an environment that is conducive to rigorous learning. And that permeates the environment in the way that you matter, or you're part of the solution, or you're honoring the absent. Everybody helps everybody be better.
I'm proud to be part of this institution and part of this program. It makes us unique. I don't think it's something that other schools can't achieve, but I'm glad that we were willing to take that risk and that we are able to live that out and be a role model for some other schools.
By coming to Academy of Holy Angels, the environment is different because we are Catholic. I think we have a lot of people in society that know about Jesus, but maybe don't know him in an intimate and personal way. And I think having theology and a Catholic school enables us to really speak to those relationships and to give the students the space and the opportunity to encounter Christ every day and to incorporate that into their lives, whether it be through prayer or learning the academics about the faith. I think it gives them that opportunity to take ownership of that faith and to figure out how they can live that in the world today. I guess my philosophy is that I want my students to know that I know them and that I care about them, and when they walk into my classroom that they're loved. And I think that's the foundation for all of theology. And once we have that, we can dig in a little bit deeper and have a safe place to ask those questions, to push back and say, I'm not sure if I believe this, or why does the church teach this? And have that environment set up in a classroom so students are comfortable doing that, and that creates a really great learning environment for talking about these things that are deeply personal, especially in the teenage years with so many differing places of development. It creates that space to have those conversations. I think it's really exciting to accept students wherever they are in their journey and to walk that journey with them. And I find it really fulfilling at the end of the day when a student makes a new discovery or is excited about an aspect of faith that they didn't know before, or a student says, thank you for helping me find God.
AHA Way started at Holy Angels in about 2009, and we were working with the Top 20 program at that time. And it has the premise of making things better. Are you somebody, are you the 20% of the population who operates above the line, or are you the 80% that wants to go below the line? We ask kids to be top 20 in their actions, deeds, and words.
It's funny how the thought of that can make some.
It's like 4 different parts, and communicating you matter, being part of the solution, to honor the absent, and to help each other and ourselves succeed. Here at Holy Angels, I'm a part of a club that's Students Assisting Students, and it's a club where if another student is having a bad day, whether they be one of my friends or somebody that I don't really know, they're able to go to the nurse and ask to talk to me. And through that program, I feel like I've grown a lot with the school because I've had freshmen that I barely know SAS me, and I've had some of my best friends SAS me. I feel like that kind of program helps ingrain the idea that you matter at this school and somebody's always going to be there to help you.
I think students really do care for each other and about each other. I see that in how they laugh with each other, they talk with each other, help each other in the commons before, after school with homework. I see it out on the field in terms of how they interact with each other as teammates. I think our staff has really taken it to heart in how they interact with students and how they live that out on a daily basis.
The culture in the school is based on helping others, helping each other achieve. Academy of Holy Angels is a college preparatory school, and kids come here to learn, and it is a rigorous environment. So when you help others and yourself succeed as a student, you're helping one another learn in an environment that is conducive to rigorous learning. And that permeates the environment in the way that you matter, or you're part of the solution, or you're honoring the absent. Everybody helps everybody be better.
I'm proud to be part of this institution and part of this program. It makes us unique. I don't think it's something that other schools can't achieve, but I'm glad that we were willing to take that risk and that we are able to live that out and be a role model for some other schools.
Whoa!
Welcome back, everybody. Here on the Catholic Sports Network, Patrick Lilia alongside Brett Johnson. Had an interesting, entertaining first half as Blake takes a 26-22 lead into the start of the second half. Stars will start with the basketball off the inbound. Here's Connor O'Rourke. Kick it over to Worley. Try to set something up underneath. Back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke drives in, got just too little on it, and it's rebounded by the Bears. Robert Grace leads all scorers with 12 points. Grace will take it back from Jasper Liu. We'll have an nice steal off of the inbound, going up for the layup and way too strong. And eventually the Bears come out with it. That was Jack Foley. He had the steal, had the clear pass, but just a little too much on the layup, and it bounces back, and eventually the Bears come out with it. Feet underneath, putting it up and getting the and one is Eli Kilpatrick. Jack Foley picks up his first foul. Kilpatrick, who was 0 for 1 on free throws, go to the line for the three-point play, and he converts it. Make it 29-22 in favor of the Bears with 17:05 remaining in regulation. Worley goes up a little bit too much on the layup, and it's no good. Bears come out with it. Comes Liu quickly, backs it out. Nice defense being played by Worley. Over to Grace. Gabe Gans looking to drive it inside, but with the perimeter being defended well. Now here's Grace putting it up. It's way too strong, and the Bears come out with the rebound. It's a three. Well, that's off the front iron from Max Gerstner. Here's Gans in the fast break and too strong on the layup, and the Stars with another rebound, and they'll push it up-tempo. Seen a lot more up-tempo action. Gerstner not quite sure what he was trying to do there. 5-on-4 for the Bears, but the layup a little bit too weak for Grace off the front, and the Bears come out. The Stars come out with the rebound. Here's Worley. Worley puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound and the putback by Ryan Mazurek. Makes it 29-24 in favor of the Blake Bears. Here's Gans. Gans sizing things up. Put it at the top of the circle for David Bix. Bix has that one swatted out of there by Maturek. Both teams trying to convert on the fast break here in the second half with decidedly mixed results. Gans on the three from the corner, and he's got it. Gabe Gans hits a three, and it's 32-24. Blake with the lead. Now here's Liu with the steal. Liu going the other way, no good on the layup. The follow-up by Grace, not good either. 5-on-4 for the Stars. Here's a three-point attempt by Gerstner. It's no good. We'll have a foul on the rebound. Jacob Worley picks up his third foul. 2 team fouls for the Stars so far in the second half, none for the Bears. Comes Jasper Liu. Liu over to Gans, who just hit the three, and he'll have a foul drawn on him as he tried to make that drive. It'll be Max Gerstner picking up his second foul. 3 team fouls now for the Stars in the second half. The inbound play ends up going over to the Stars. The Stars bringing it into the front court, 14:50 to go in the second half. Looking to set something up inside, it ends up going back outside on the perimeter. It's Peter Foley with it in the lane. He loses it, and the Bears take it back. The lob pass inside for Kilpatrick. He couldn't get a look he wanted, and eventually has it taken away. As Gans picks up a foul, that's the first team foul for the half for the Bears. Wolf and Holian check back in for the Stars. It's Wolf over to Gerstner. Gerstner to set something up outside as Holian will lose it and the Bears will take over. Bears again looking to go up tempo, but nicely defended this time by the Stars. Inside pass and foul going up is Kilpatrick. So Kilpatrick will head to the line to shoot 2. Check that. That is Alex Martha who was fouled, but he'll shoot 2 either way. So he's short on the first one. At the 4th foul on Peter Foley. Now also 4 team fouls for the Stars in the second half. Second one is also off the front of the iron. Martha misses both free throws. Quickly at the other end, foul going up on the layup. Jacob Worley going up is fouled by Martha. That's Martha's second. Worley will shoot 2. First one off the front iron, no good. Second one a little bit too strong. He misses both, but the Stars get the offensive rebound. Then losing the ball is Gerstner. They'll have a travel. We had all the had a lot of action on the right side, and then the Stars come out with it, but then there's a travel trying to push the tempo. They would have had a large numerical advantage over the Bears. In any case, the Bears get it right back. Long 3 is good from Gabe Gans. That's his second 3 of the second half. And now it's a 35-24 advantage. Stars with trailing. Trying to feed the layup. To travel. Now back-to-back possessions ending in walks. The Bears now up 11, by far their largest lead of the night. Lou driving inside, gets a nice screen, a little bit too much flowed on the layup. Stars the other way, here they come. Here's Holian, who's fouled on the drive. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on Blake, number 21,
David Bix picking up his 3rd foul. Holian unable to get the first one to go down. Robert Grace, the leading scorer in the game, back in for the Bears. Second free throw is good. Make it a 10-point deficit for the Stars at 35-25. Grace over to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick has it poked away and taken away. Good work forcing the turnover by the Stars. Wolf puts it up short. Bears come out with the rebound. Gans thought about trying another 3. He'll drive and he'll be fouled on the drive and he'll go to the line. Jack Foley picks up his 2nd foul. Now 5 team fouls for the Stars. Gabe Gans shooting. He got the first one. Second one rolls around and out, no good. Gans 1 of 2, but the Bears get the offensive rebound. Long 3 is good. Gans ends up with 4 points out of that as he hits the long 3. That's his 3rd 3 of the second half. That's now a 14-point lead for Blake with 12:04 to go in the second half. Offensive foul called. A tough second half for the home Stars continuing. And the 3rd overall foul on Thor Holian. Timeout taken by the Stars. Stars got off to that 7-0 lead, but it's pretty much been all Blake since then. A 39-18 run since that point. Gans has hit 3 3-pointers just in the second half. Robert Grace had a very strong first half for Blake, has yet to get on the scoreboard in the second half, but his teammate Gans has picked it up, and it looks like the Bears haven't missed a beat. Stars already with 6 team fouls. And 1 more, and that will put the Bears in the bonus for the rest of the way. So coming out of the timeout, it'll be Bears basketball. Good full court pressure being played by the Stars, and they'll force a 5-second violation. Bears weren't expecting the full court with 12 minutes left in regulation, but the Stars pull it off to perfection, and they force the 5-second violation turnover. Tommy Shellstad with it. Shellstad will drive, he'll go up, and he did not get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, and another offensive rebound. That's 2 on that sequence by Foley. Shellstad trying to put it up. He's got it and 1. Tommy Shellstad, who missed the initial shot. 2 offensive rebounds by Foley. Shellstad ends up with the bucket and 1. Shellstad's free throw is too long. Bears come out with the rebound. Shellstad, though, putting on some good defensive pressure. Bears into the front court with Grace. Grace sizing things up. And back to Grace. Grace with the pass inside, taken away. Now Grace forces a turnover and lays it in. Robert Grace with some great defense, puts on the speed and lays it in, and it's a 14-point lead once again for the Bears. Shellstad tied up, kicks it back out. Worley inside. 3 attempt by Holian is off the mark. Another offensive rebound for Foley, no good on the shot. Saves it, and Shellstad ends up with it, unable to get it to go when he's hit on the foul. So Shellstad will shoot 2. Alex Martha with 3 fouls. Shellstad, who just missed one a moment ago, will shoot 2. First one is around and out. Lou and Bix re-enter the game for the Bears. Stars with 16 fouls. Bears with 5 as Shellstad misses the second one. But stolen, and Shellstad ends up with it. Shellstad driving, got it. Tommy Shellstad now with 4 points. And that inbound is stolen, and that's scored by Jacob Worley. So the full court press has been causing some serious mistakes by the Bears. The crowd getting into it suddenly here in Richfield. Long 3 by Gans is no good. Foul called on Grace as he goes to the ground. That puts Blake at 6 fouls. 10-10 remaining in the game. Still a 10-point deficit, but you feel the momentum rapidly shifting in the direction of the home Academy Stars. Shellstad to Worleyan. O'Rourke backs it out. Worley trying to drive, puts it up, got it, and the foul. Jacob Worley hits the 2. He'll go for one more. Timeout, Blake. 9:45 left in regulation. But this game has turned in a hurry. It'll be the 4th foul on David Bix. Well, the consequence of this game moving along, some of these key players starting to get into serious foul trouble. That does put the Stars in the bonus as well going forward. That's the 7th foul against the Blake team. Worley will shoot 1 coming out of the timeout. So now it's 41-33 coming out of the timeout. Still 9:45 remaining. Worley's free throw is no good, but it's still a 6-0 run by AHA. Well, still with 9.5 minutes, this game's still far from over. Kilpatrick at the top. Over to Gans. Gans to Lou. Screen set by Gans. Lou, though, unable to drive it in. This crowd really getting into it now. Here's Grace. Grace on the drive, got it. Robert Grace, as he has done so many times tonight, with a big momentum slowing bucket. That puts the Bears back up by 10. Shellstad on the drive has it blocked. It'll go over to the Bears, to the consternation of the Stars and some of the players on the court. This Worley forcing a turnover the other way. Trying to slow it down and putting it up and getting fouled is Holian. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Gabe Gans with the foul. Holian sinks the first. Holian gets two of them. And it's a 43-35 game, 8:43 remaining in regulation. Gans into the front court. Grace, the game's leading scorer. Back over to Gans, who has 3 3-pointers in the second half. Gans is fouled, and he'll go to the line, as that'll put the Stars into the penalty. Jacob Worley called for his fourth. Gans with a 1-and-1. First one is short, no good. Rebound Bears. Stars, rather, I apologize. Worley on the drive, and he's tied up. Grace called for the foul. Jacob Worley will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Got the first one. That'll make it a 43-36 game. And he gets them both. Peter Foley checking back in for the Stars, and suddenly a 12-2 run has drawn the Stars to within 6. Grace driving. And a foul called. Rook Rowe called for the foul. That's his first. Grace will go to the line. He's 6 for 6 on free throws tonight. Got the first one, 7 for 7. Then he gets them both. Robert Grace has hit all 8 of his free throw attempts tonight. And when they have needed a big play, Grace has been there to deliver a big bucket or a big defensive play. Shot up, no good. Rowe fouled, though, and he'll go to the line for 2 more. That'll put the Bears into the double penalty. 10th foul. 4th foul on Alex Martha. And he'll hit the first one. Daniel Lessoff checking back in. Second free throw, no good. Ball out of bounds over to the Bears. 45-38. Bears with the lead, just under 8 minutes to play, 7:57 and counting. Gans with it and Lou bringing it into the front court. It's Grace driving, too strong. Rebound to the Stars, so they bring it ahead. It's Gerstner. Gerstner over to Connor O'Rourke. O'Rourke drives. Tried to feed it inside, but it's stolen and taken away by Kilpatrick. Lou and Grace. Grace looking to set up Gans. Deflected and stolen by Worley. Driving, no good. Rebound, Kilpatrick. Jump ball, I should say, excuse me, and the possession arrow pointing the way of Blake. Tommy Shelsted checking back in for the Stars. 7:06 remaining in regulation, 45-38, Blake leading. Gans bringing it ahead. Over to Grace. Inside pass to Gans, short shot, no good. And the Stars come out with it. Shelsted will slow it down at midcourt. Pass ahead. Maturek, no good. But he gets his own rebound back. Three, in and out. Shelsted unable to control the rebound. Here come the Bears the other way. Here's a nice steal by Shelsted. And now that'll be taken back. 3-on-1. Grace will score. Robert Grace with another big bucket. We'll put the Bears up by 9 with 6:15 remaining in regulation. Robert Grace once again just repeatedly making big buckets whenever Blake needs to call on somebody to make a big play. Come up with a big steal and a layup or a three. Now they're in that unfortunate situation for the Stars. Grace coming ahead in the 3-on-1, and he gets the easy layup. It'll be a 9-point advantage for Blake coming out of the timeout. Stars out of the timeout. Shelsted bringing it into the front court. Mazurik. With a Gerstner. Gerstner with the drive, no good on the layup, and the Bears with the rebound. Grace backs it out. Bears may think about slowing down the tempo. 5:43 remaining, and they're up by 9. Inside to Kilpatrick, and he can't get it on the layup. Got the offensive rebound, and he's tied up. And they'll say he traveled. Eli Kilpatrick got his own rebound. Took too many steps, trying to figure out what to do next. Stars take over, 5:37 left in regulation. Shelsted puts it up, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound. Shelsted will bounce it off of a Bear. Up and good, and the and one. Jack Foley. Chance to get it to within 6, still 5:20 left to play.
Basket's good for number 11, Jack Foley. He'll shoot the and one. The foul is on number 30, Eli Kilpatrick of Blake.
David Bix with 4 fouls back in for the Bears. Free throw no good. It remains a 7-point game. Gans to Lou. Lou for 3. Off the front, no good. Stars come out with the rebound. They'll push it quickly. Worley. Worley then try to kick it inside and eventually gets it back. Shelsted. Shelsted at the top. Now he'll drive. Shelsted puts it up. Got it. Tommy Shelsted gets the Stars to within 5. 4:49 still to play. Just a 5-point game. It was a 14-point game earlier in the second half on 2 occasions. Gans setting up the offense. And a steal, but not able to save it, was Gerstner. Great effort by Gerstner. Unfortunately, could not keep it in bounds. So the Bears maintain possession. Inbound to Kilpatrick. Shelsted trying to force a steal from Grace. Grace tied up, gets out. Feeds Kilpatrick. He got the bounce. Big bucket from Kilpatrick as Grace worked his way out from a deep trouble spot. And Kilpatrick able to finish on the pick and roll. Now a steal at the other end by the Bears. Grace bringing it ahead. Grace will drive. Grace puts it up and unable to get the friendly roll. Stars come out with the rebound. Robert Grace looking for one more big bucket, but couldn't quite get it that time. Offensive foul called on Shelsted. It'll be Blake basketball with 3:50 remaining in regulation. 49-42, Blake with the lead. Sort of a bookend type game. The Stars played very well at the start and have played very well for the last few minutes, but Blake dominated for a very large part of the middle of the game. And they have a 7-point lead with 3:42. They led by as many as 14. Had that lead dwindle down to 5, but they lead by 7 right now. 3:35 left. Kilpatrick at the top. They'll have a foul called. It'll be on Gerstner. They'll have a 1-and-1 upcoming for the Bears. They fouled the one guy they definitely did not want to in this situation, Robert Grace, who has made 8 of 8 free throws in this game. He'll shoot at least one more. He's got the first. Robert Grace, 9 for 9 in free throw shooting. Leading all scorers with 20. Grace's second free throw is good. 2 big points by Robert Grace. Now a 9-point lead. 3-point attempt short from Gerstner. Offensive rebound. We have a foul called underneath. David Bix with his 5th, so he will check out for the rest of the night. Holian shooting 2. It's Alex Martha checking in, replacing the fouled out David Bix. Holian's first one is good. He has 3 points in the game. 3 for 3 on free throws. Second one is good. So a 7-point game with 3:18 left in regulation. Full court press being applied. They get it into Kilpatrick. Neither team with any fouls to give. Each team with a couple of timeouts left. Grace at the top of the circle. They'll look to dwindle a little bit of clock. We go under 3 minutes. Gans for 3. Got it. Gabe Gans with his 4th three of the second half. It's a 10-point game, 2:45 remaining. It's going hard to the ground on the drive. No fouls will be assessed. Timeout taken by the Stars. 54-44. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Gabe Gans has hit 4 3-pointers in the second half. We mentioned Robert Grace. Not as much of a factor on the score sheet in the second half, but that's where Gabe Gans has really picked up the slack. Gans with these 12 second half points, leading all scorers in the second half. He has 16 in the game. The inbound, here's Holian. 3 taken and 2 long from Gerstner. We'll have a foul. That's Holian's 4th. Double bonus, so Kilpatrick will shoot 2 at the other end. And he gets the first on the bounce. He puts Blake up by 11 with 2:40 left to play. Both teams in the double bonus. Kilpatrick 2 for 2, and it's a 12-point Blake lead. 2:37 left in the game. 56-44. Inside on the drive, not getting the roll is Gerstner. Gerstner will end up with it from the offensive rebound. Wolf puts it up too strong, no good, off the glass. Kilpatrick eventually comes out with the rebound. Blake content to slow it down, up 12 as we're about to go under 2 minutes. We'll have a timeout taken by the Bears. A full timeout. So Stars got it to within 5. That might be a little bit too little too late. The Bears, that's a little bit too strong. They got some big buckets from Gabe Gans and Robert Grace. And they now lead by 12 once again with 2:04 remaining. I want to thank everybody for joining us on the Catholic Sports Network tonight. We have coverage of boys basketball, men's hockey throughout the season. We'll come out of the timeout. Jasper Lew will inbound for the Bears. He'll get it to Grace. Grace will bring it into the front court. Now 2 minutes remaining. Lew guarded by Shelsted. Bears content to run as much clock as they can. And well defended by the Stars. Now we'll have a foul called as Shelsted trying to force a steal on Jasper Lew. And Lew will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Second foul on Shelsted. Lou unable to hit the first one. Daniel Lesov checking back in. Lou gets the second one. 57-44, 1:30 left to play, a 13-point game. Wolf bringing it into the front court, kicks it over to Foley. Foley, too strong. Shelsted with the putback. Shelsted had some impressive plays here in the second half. 1:10 left, 57-46, Blake with the lead. Forcing a turnover, here's Worley. Worley has to slow it down as he had the ball poked away from him too. Mazurek for three, good. Well, the Stars not done yet. 50 seconds left to go, 57-49. So Mazurek hit the three. Grace is fouled. So he'll put his 8 for 8 on the line, so to speak. So he'll shoot two. Shelsted picks up his fourth. So Grace hits the first one. And he gets the second one on the friendly bounce off the back rim. Well, Grace 10 for 10 in free throws in this game. Long three for Foley, no good. There's a foul on the rebound. It'll be Grace going to the line once again with 32.7 remaining and a 10-point lead for the Blake Bears. Mason Wolf picks up his second foul. Grace hits the first one. Impressive free throw shooting from Robert Grace as he's hit 11 of 11. Not really something you see at any level. He gets the second one and he's a perfect 12 for 12. 32 seconds remaining in the game. Quickly driving it through, unable to get the roll is Wolf. Lou ahead. He's got a clear path and he lays it in. 63-49. 17 seconds left. Three from Mazurek is no good. Rebound Wolf. Wolf puts it back on the... Puts it through on the putback. Of a timeout taken with 10.6 left. 63-51. Blake, who played a very impressive first half and about the first 10 minutes of the second half before the Stars made some very major noise. They pulled to within 5 after being down 14. But the Bears just too much. Grace, who's hit 12 of his 12 free throws. So had some other huge plays on the floor. Bears inbounding. Have a foul call, a 7.4. Gabe Gant will head to the line to shoot two more. As Worley fouls out with 7.4 remaining. Peter Foley checking back in. First free throw is good. Continuing an overall impressive night at the line for the Bears. Gans doesn't hit the second one. There's time ticking under 5 seconds. Oh, the Blake Bears come on the road to Richfield. And they got off to a slow start, but they knock off the AHA Stars by a final score of 64-51. Very impressive performances tonight from Robert Grace and Gabe Gans for the Bears. They lead the Bears to victory here in Richfield. Thank you for joining us this evening on the Catholic Sports Network. For Brett Johnson, I'm Patrick Lilia. Thank you for joining us. Once again, stick around all season long for coverage of boys hockey and boys basketball. You have been watching the Catholic Sports Network presentation of boys basketball. Once again, 64-51, Blake defeats Holy Angels the final. Good night, everybody.